Hey people, it is Thursday, December the 21st, and the time is 7:27 in the evening, and it is currently minus 3 degrees outside, but feeling more like minus 11 with the wind chill. And I am heading outside from the Fort York branch of the Toronto Public Library here. This is Bathurst Street and Bremner Boulevard. And I just finished a live stream not too long ago and headed inside the Fort York Library branch here to warm up for a bit. And now I'm going to start heading back east towards the heart of downtown. And I'll be cutting through the CityPlace neighborhood along the way. There's the library branch where I just was. That was my first time inside that branch. It's a very modern and new one, in keeping with much of the neighborhood we're currently walking through. You can see the sky dome all lit up in blue up ahead. We're not going to get that far though. I'm going to make my way out of CityPlace and we're going to head up towards Wellington Street. And there used to be a great view of the CN Tower from this part of Fort York Boulevard. I think I called this Bremner Boulevard earlier, but this is Fort York Boulevard. But those new condos at Spadina have blocked out the view of the tower from here, I find. You can just see the top of the tower and a bit of the observation deck popping out from behind the condos. And despite a very chilly first day of winter, quite a few people are out and about, I find, tonight. It's rather lively. This is also the longest day of the year, and starting tomorrow, or I should say the shortest day of the year, and starting tomorrow the days will start to get longer again, as in more daylight. I think a lot of people celebrate this day. ring in the winter solstice. And the sky looks very spooky tonight. All right, let's head over the pedestrian bridge, over the rail corridor. There, now we have a mostly unobstructed view of the tower. This is called the Bridge of Light, at least in the English version of the name. And this is a good place to watch trains, GO trains, Up Express, and Via trains. Here comes one right now. That's an Up Express train. It's heading to Pearson Airport. They run every 15 minutes. And they'll now be running until 1 a.m., I just read on the Toronto subreddit. And this is Front Street at Portland, so I'm going to just head north on Portland. But then I think I will start heading east along Wellington from Portland Street. This is the new Portland Commons development. It's a retail and commercial development right next door to the Well, which is a much larger development that is also retail and commercial as well as residential. And I think we might get a closer look at the Well, actually. I think from Wellington Street I might just take a quick walk through the Well. We'll see how it's looking on a Thursday evening, just a few days before Christmas. Lots of the stores have not yet opened in that new shopping center, so it's not as busy, obviously, as it will be, say, a year from now. Victoria Square Park. And as you can see, not a flake of snow to be found in Toronto. Doesn't look like we're going to be getting a white Christmas this year. And that's not all that uncommon. It's probably more often the case than not in Toronto. All right, here's Wellington Street. This street has undergone quite a big transformation in the last year or two. Public realm has been improved greatly. Lots of that is thanks to the well development that we'll be checking out in just a few minutes. As well as the new protected bike lane on the other side of the street. New interlocking brick sidewalks, some benches, as well as greenery and flowers and that sort of thing. Obviously, that won't be too noticeable at this time of year, but come the spring and summer, I think the street will really be looking like a very pleasant thoroughfare compared to years past. Yeah, let's check out some of the new walkways here. Of course, there's still work being done. They're just putting the finishing touches on this area. Here's an entry into the well development. And as I mentioned, lots of places haven't opened yet. Mandy's coming soon. We'll just walk straight through over to Front Street. This is quite nice. Some warmth here. This is an open air shopping center after all, in the wintertime. I've done a few walks here previously, including a complete tour with Megan, where we also went to the Prince Street Pizza and tried that out and gave our opinion and review of the pizza there. But this is the first time walking through here with the new Pocket 3. So this will just take us right through to Front Street, as I mentioned. Or if you want the complete tour, by all means check out that video I did previously with Megan. And I see this rink is now open. Last time I walked through here, it wasn't open yet. Kind of a small rink, but I guess they don't really need anything too much bigger. And we got Baby It's Cold Outside playing over there. So I'll walk on this side. And I can already smell the Prince Street pizza. Megan and I enjoyed it very much. I guess I have to walk through here. And they're all carrying pizza. It smells very good. It's making me want some, actually. And there's still a lineup, although most of it is inside now. When we came before, the lineup was outside for most of its length. Eventually, I imagine the lineups will die down. It's still relatively new. It's another entrance into the well. And this is Spadina Avenue up ahead. I'm going to head north on Spadina. And here's the main entrance into the well. If you're ever coming to the area, just front and Spadina is where you'll find this entrance. There are 3 levels of retail in the complex. And this is quite nice. This is the office tower lobby we're looking at now. Looking east towards the King Street Entertainment District, now called West Downtown, and beyond that the Financial District. A couple of gas stations that have hung on across the street from one another. There aren't too many left in the downtown core. These ones are conveniently located to where many commuters access the Gardiner Expressway, just to the south here. So it's like their last chance to fill up before heading out of the city on the expressway. I imagine these will eventually be redeveloped with some residential towers. Spadina Avenue is starting to really build up with new towers. And if you continue north, you'll eventually go through Chinatown. There's a look at the well development with the office tower and various residential buildings. Now, this is Clarence Square Park. There's a sizable tent community here. Hopefully they're managing to stay adequately warm. I think we're getting to these double-digit wind chills. I hear generators going, so we're definitely getting some electricity to warm things up a bit. And you have these lovely old historic townhouses just looking directly towards a very different housing situation, or lack of housing, I should say. Continuing east on Wellington. There's Blue Jays Way. I think I'll head north here. Well, I don't think this bike will be making its way around the Toronto streets any longer, unless someone comes back with all its missing parts. Here's the downtown Wahlburgers location. And the Bisha Hotel.
Right?
Quite a bit of construction around here. Mercer Street has been a construction zone for years. Looks like it's finally getting close to wrapping up there with all these developments. And some new retail will be going in here, or a restaurant perhaps. It's another new building that is wrapping up construction on this corner. And we're at King Street. The King Blue Hotel and Residences on that corner. And two streetcars passing in the night. That's always a cool shot. And I can't help but always check out this view of the tower between the King Blue Towers. The CN Tower, of course. Luckily that view wasn't blocked by the new Nobu development. Almost was, but the tower still is visible. The same can't be said for the view of the tower from the corner of King and Bay between the Toronto Dominion Centre buildings. That view has been blocked by the new TD Terrace office tower. Completely blocks out the CN Tower. That iconic view was a very popular one for photographers for decades. Since the tower was completed in 1976, really. I guess it was fun while it lasted. And we're at Adelaide Street. And I'll try to talk over this Christmas carol just in case. It poses a copyright threat, which is not surprising, even with a popular Christmas song. There's a look east along Adelaide. This will be a great downtown urban neighborhood when it's finally finished. Every other block has a project ongoing. Well, something is happening over there. This is Richmond Street. I'm going to start heading east here. Looks like a different restaurant will be located here now. It was a restaurant of another name before. He's still whooping.
Yes. I like yes.
Here's the Scotiabank Theatre. Downtown's biggest multiplex theater complex. But as you can see here, it is slated to be redeveloped. Two residential towers, so this theater complex will be coming down. And then a smaller theater complex will be built on site as part of that new development. Crossing John Street. There's the iconic 299 Queen Street West building. Queen Street is just the next block to the north. That's where Much Music was located once upon a time. And there you can see the Scotiabank Cinemas, or theater. And I just saw renderings for the winning proposal for the new park that will be located on this site. This is a parking lot that has become a event space of sorts with a big outdoor patio in the warm weather months. And it's been a popular spot the last several years, but A new park will be replacing this, and the renderings look quite stunning. I think it'll be a great addition to downtown. More Bell Media offices there. They took over the old Much Music building and its neighboring buildings. And the little domes are up and running with the Christmas colors. I'm not sure if there's anyone inside them though. I think I'm going to cross to the other side here. Chum Radio. And there you can see Queen Street, as I mentioned, just the next street up. Actually, let's head up to Queen Street. Richmond Street from this point on isn't terribly interesting. It heads into the financial district. Not much in the way of street life on the sidewalks at this time of day. Queen Street will be a lot more lively.
So close.
And I see the battery has gone into the red. This is the first time I've completely drained the battery on the Pocket 3. This is the second video I've recorded today, and this cold weather no doubt is also playing a part in the battery power draining a bit more quickly than normal. We're just about at University Avenue, so I think I'm going to start to wrap up this walk. Bit of a wandering walk through the city on a very cold first day of winter. This wind chill is getting nastier by the minute, so I hope you enjoyed the Solstice walk here in downtown Toronto. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. And you can also support the channel with a super thanks, or by becoming a channel member if you prefer. And you can find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching. And be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.